give at Marks with Mike's podcast a shout out. Shout out!
Hey, yo!
What a maneuver! Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me? The irresistible force meeting the
Yo, you already know who it is by the sound of my voice. That's right, it's your boy, Mr. 6'9", JT, back in this piece once again. And of course, I am joined by the homie, the co-host El Cheech. What's going on, Bobby? Go ahead, turn it up on them, turn them up.
Oh, run it back. What's going on? Back at it again. How y'all doing out there?
Man, you already know, laying in the cut like a Band-Aid per usual. And of course, we are joined by the the official intern baddie, if you will, Mr. Casanova.
On, guys. I mean, it was kind of a sad week last week to anybody out there that supports mafia movies and stuff like that. James Caan passed away, and then Tony Sirico, who played Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, also passed away. So, rest in peace and much love and prayers to their families.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace to the families. Look, before we go anywhere and get any further, we got to make sure we get the formalities out of the way. Look, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Marks with Mike's, no matter where you listening, watching, and following us at, whether it be on Twitter, IG, the Book of Faces, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Also, you can definitely follow us on places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. You can also follow us on Spreaker. You can follow us on iHeartRadio. You can follow us. Look, you get the drift. We are everywhere that podcasts are available. Make sure you go ahead, follow, like, subscribe, do that as well. Yeah, man, we had a crazy week in wrestling. We had more news that came out that we were kind of expecting and not expecting. We had the fall off of Money in the Bank. We also had Great American Bash that went down. Impact Wrestling held it down this week. We definitely had a lot, man. But I don't know, Poppy. Where you want to go ahead and hit them at with first, man?
Hey, I don't know, man. What y'all wanna? Do we discuss Raw? I don't know. I wasn't really in tune this week, so y'all gotta put me on.
All right, well, shoot. Let me put you in the game as the game and Timberland dropped that dope ass beat. Speaking of beats, go ahead and drop a beat on it real quick. El Cheech, the maestro. Yeah, so I figure, you know what I'm saying, we can go ahead and start it off right, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, what is there more to talk about than this? Monday Night Raw, the follow-up to Money in the Bank. We had Austin Theory come out, showing off the little briefcase or whatever, all up inside the ring, waving in the Lashley's face. Lashley checked him. And then later on that night, we ended up with this 6-man tag match, right? Lashley, the Street Profits, going up against, of course, Theory, goofy ass, inside that match or whatever. And Gable and Otis. But we end up having like a trending moment from the kid, man. A trending moment from, of course, I'm talking about not Montez this time. We talking about Dawkins. Because, the talk around town is that Montez Ford is the guy who's going to go solo. He's ready and all that stuff. He's more athletic. But, check this out.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
I mean, straight up using that body, using, of course, his skills, of course, playing athletic sports. But also this man did a hurdle, and then jumped out the ring. Like, don't sleep on Dawkins, all right? It's a lot of y'all talking about Dawkins this, Dawkins that, Montez Ford should go solo or whatever. Listen, I don't know. I got a good right mind of state claim that put some respect on Dawkins' name. I'm gonna leave it at that. We also had Liv Morgan coming out. She knuckled up with Natalya, the new SmackDown Women's Champion represented. We had that went down. I mean, Raw itself was not that interesting to me personally, especially with a bill like this coming up for SummerSlam. You would think that it would be there as far as like the drive and all that, but I don't know. What you think, Mr. Casanova?
I don't know, man. It was kind of a dismal show. Wasn't really into it. I mean, the moment with Dawkins was pretty tight, but I don't know. For coming off of a pay-per-view and past couple of weeks were actually pretty good. I mean, this was just not hitting for me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was some funny moments. There were some suspect moments. Let's not forget to talk about Montez Ford taking the whole entire glizzy out the cup and rubbing it on Gable's face. Like slapped him in the face with a glizzy. No bun.
With a glizzy, no bun.
A whole glizzy on this man's face. He has to be stopped. Speaking of stop the presses. We definitely got to go ahead and give a shout out to JJ, always checking in, always representing. What's up, girl? How you doing? But look, man, that right there had to been like one of the funniest moments from Raw to me. And, it was a 4th of July special, so I wasn't expecting much going in. But with the fact that you're doing 2 pay-per-views, 2 premium live events in the same month, you got to keep that ball rolling. You feel me? But passing off that, you had, of course, the Mysterios. They were in a tag team match, right? Going up against Judgment Day. What you think about Finn Balor inside the new long trunks, man? Like, I haven't seen him wear the long tights ever. I don't think I've ever seen him in long tights. So he's officially a heel, because the heel move is you got to put on long tights. This definitely tells you I'm a heel. But let's talk about Rey Mysterio pulling the Eddie Guerrero inside the ring. Classic Eddie, right?
Yeah, that was real reminiscing, of course. But it's like, you as a face, you're doing that stuff. But it was, a nice callback. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of enjoyed it. You know what I mean? We're just gonna see where this go, because I don't know, man. Can Dominic finally they have that breakup and join Judgment Day?
Bro, something need to happen, because I am tired of this father-son tag team. Listen, in real life, ain't no father-son tag team that tight every day. Like, eventually, Pop's gonna get mad if you're not carrying the weight, or vice versa. It's gonna be some type of blow-up. This been going on for almost 2 years, and I ain't seen no blow-up. I ain't see Dominic, push his dad, cuss him out. Nothing like that. I mean, not saying that I would cuss out my dad, but I'm saying in this type of situations, listen, man, you slipping on your pimping, okay? You've been in these corners just a little bit too hard, and I need you to be able to follow up, man. Like I need you to be able to hold your weight, Dominic. Like, come on now, bro. It's like use a Mysterio, okay? A Mysterio and slash a Guerrero, because that's still Eddie's kid. I don't care what it says. But you supposed to be, bringing it out there, man. You supposed to be bringing it. So I don't know, man. I'm ready, just like you, for Rey Mysterio and Dominic to finally have this breakup. I don't know what they're waiting on. I mean, maybe they're waiting for Dominic to get a little bit more right in what he's doing. We'll see.
I mean, he's been put in a good position. You know what I mean? Ever since coming up. No NXT, nothing, you know what I mean? So he had learned. Can he use more help? Oh, definitely. But he'll run, you know what I mean? Because to be honest, a lot of people Dominic might brush him the wrong way. Because it's like he didn't work for nothing. It was given to him, right? That's the perception, you know what I mean? So, well, you know what I mean? What way for him to be like, man, fuck ya, and just kind of go heel, you know what I mean? I think that's something, beneficial for his career, but it's just the storylines with WWE. They're just, short and sweet.
I mean, for somebody that had like extensive training, I'm kind of surprised you don't see Dominic doing more, because listening to Conan show, like probably a couple years ago, like right before Dominic started, he had training from obviously his dad, Ray, Lance Storm, and then Conan was in the ring with him too. So I mean, he's had a lot of training from like a lot of legends right there. So I'm kind of surprised he's not doing more than he is in the ring and incorporating like all their styles, because Lance Storm's like a technical guy. I mean, you know what Conan does because Conan's been in the Lucha Libre scene for a long time, and clearly Ray's still doing it. So I was expecting more, I guess, from Dominic.
Yeah, but only time will tell. Speaking of time, moving on from that, you know, you had The Miz versus AJ Styles, which AJ Styles inside the ring is a guaranteed banger. Okay? It's guaranteed. There is no, you know, hit or miss with AJ Styles in the ring. But I will say this. I am at the point of something need to break for AJ Styles, for me. Because we're already 7 months into the year, and ain't nothing popped off for him ever since him and Almost broke up. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing been popping. No championship. He had like a championship opportunity, but you know, never a challenge for the title or anything like that. I'm trying to remember, what wasn't AJ Styles inside the Elimination Chamber match, where Lashley ended up getting himself eliminated, or was he out of that? Because I know Riddle was in that spot. We had Orton in that spot. I can't remember if he was in there, but needless to say, we're going on 7 months plus of no forward motion, in my opinion, with him. You know what I'm saying? So something need to pop off. You know, I ain't gonna be the typical, oh, he needs to not resign and go to EW. Like, come on, get out of here with that bullshit. But I think that definitely this needs to be pushed forward. I mean, we already got big news coming out. I mean, you got, what's the name, just signed the contract. What was that? Logan Paul, Jake Paul, one of the Paul brothers. They both look alike. Anywho, let's see, found Lucha Underground on Root. He was what? Hold on. Dominic was on Lucha Underground? You remember that? I don't remember. Yo,
unless it was on the first scene when Conan was on it, but I don't remember that.
Is that what she's referring to?
I think JJ, you talking about Dominic on Lucha Underground? I
mean, Conan was briefly in Lucha Underground, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And Rey Mysterio also, but
Yo, she said yeah.
Oh, okay.
It had to be the first season then, because I don't remember seeing that on because there was like 3 seasons, right?
Yeah, it was the season when Rey Mysterio was there. It has to be. Yeah. Yeah, Rey Mysterio had a okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go check it out, JJ.
Yo, I didn't even know that. But moving on from that, man. Moving on from that part of Raw, that is. Let's try to move a little bit forward here. So we already talked about that. We had the Ezekiel versus Seth Rollins match, which I could care less about. You know, it did nothing for me. It ain't gonna do nothing for Seth. Just another notch underneath the belt. Ain't no forward trajectory on the storyline. Moving on. Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Now that was a match. Now we done seen this before. It ain't the first time. Damn sure ain't the last time. But this to me felt golden. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, like especially for free. And I am a huge advocate of not giving away matches of this magnitude for free on television. And they gave us a banger, man. Shout out to the ladies, man. They gave us a banger. Becky Lynch, of course, didn't get it done at Money in the Bank, neither did Asuka. So I guess this is their way of still keeping Becky Lynch someone inside the story, right? So my thing is, where does Asuka go from here? Because she just got back. She ain't got no forward trajectory right now. She's kind of in limbo. So what you think, Chief?
Who's in limbo?
I think Asuka is. I mean, because
yeah. It's just, man, she just doesn't connect, man, with, you know, she don't have a good promo. Even though, you know, she's fighting and stuff like that, but you know, the NXT call ups and stuff, they never were treated fairly, you know what I mean? So it's just one of them things that it's like hire some bookers. Stop fucking hiring writers. You know what I mean? Like people that know actually wrestling. That's what happens when you got writers. You know, perfect example, Asuka, somebody that was a fucking machine. You know, and now it's just, what is she? What is she fighting for? You know, her purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I don't think anyone knows the purpose. No one knows the reason. But I will say this: looks like Kyrie Sane's not going to re-sign her contract. I mean, not Kyrie Sane. She's already left. Io Shirai looks like she won't be signing her new contract. Kyrie Sane's already left. I mean, what say you for Asuka? Because it looks like, they leaving, man. I mean, Kushida's gone. JJ said, doesn't matter who was hired if Vince McMahon doesn't approve of it. Yeah, you true about that. Speaking of Vince, we'll get to that in a minute. Moving on from this, let's talk about, of course, what went down at Great American Bash. Of course, another free event given away on a Tuesday. Hit them with it, Rail Cheats. Let's talk about the first thing on the card, man. What you got? What you got? Speak up. Speak up.
yeah, my bad. I was kind of wrapping it up, getting it in. Well, they started with the ladies. They started with the
Yeah.
ladies. Yeah, and then the two young bloods. You know what I mean? Like they got a lot of potential. You know what I mean? And man, the future looked bright for them too. You know what I mean? It was hard, and sometimes look at that shot. But man, what you guys thought about that match, man? We got some new champs.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Mm.
I mean, let's be for real. Toxic Attraction really hasn't had anyone there besides Caden Carter and Casey's whatever her last name is this week.
Yeah.
Gonzaro.
That had a good run.
Yeah, they had a good run, but against who?
No, I'm just saying that. Nah, they look good. Look at that.
Yeah, they look good, man. They look good, but of course, you had Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez go inside there catching.
Roxanne.
I want to be your man. Roxanne, I wasn't surprised by this. I mean, forward trajectory, former ROH Women's Champion. Of course, the name is out there. Her face is known. And then at the same time, it's like this does a good work also. Does good work also because I think the following week she has a title shot against Mandy Rose, or a title shot coming up against Mandy Rose. And it's like, with me, put all the titles on Roxanne Perez, because right now she hot. I mean, she popping right now. As far as being known, she's a known commodity, and also that the fans were automatically right behind her as soon as she stepped inside the ring. So it wasn't no trying to get to nowhere. It's like right off the top, boom, it was behind her. But yeah, this is definitely good, man. I mean, new tag team champions. This does hella work for Cora Jade as well. So I don't know, man. I'm definitely with it. What you think about Miss Casanova?
I mean, I really wasn't for them winning the championships. I was actually kind of hoping it would have been somebody else, but it's inevitable that they won it. So I was actually kind of thinking that it should have been Caden Carter and Catanzaro versus the tag champs, former tag champs now, and they should have got it, but because they got more experience, they've been through a lot more matches, and I mean, they just basically slapped these two together, even though now they're calling each other their best friends. So I wasn't into it, but congratulations to them. Hope they have a really long career and they pull it off.
God damn. No, but yeah, that was definitely one of the matches of the night. But we can't forget about the second match of the night. To me, the show stealer. Yo, Trick Williams against Wesley. Yo, let's talk about Trick Williams coming down to the ring as Muhammad Ali, the greatest. Okay, and he put on a good match. Because of course, if you watch Level Up, NXT Level Up, or if you watch, of course, 205 Live before they rebranded, you got to see a little bit of Trick Williams in singles action. For the people who never seen Trick Williams in singles action, or at least in a noteworthy match, this was his time to show out, and he showed out. He definitely showed out, man. I was shocked. I thought Wesley was going to take the W. Prove Dominic was in Lucha, and what way? Listen, I'm just going off of what my homie JJ said. I don't remember it personally seeing it. Maybe it was in there inside the crowd or backstage scene. But me, I don't remember. But what was your overall thoughts about Trick Williams after seeing him doing this match? Because you done had a lot of stuff to say, Cheats, about Trick Daddy Williams.
Well, and all I could say that was a bathroom break for me because I didn't watch that match.
Wow.
So what was all the fuss like? You know what I mean? Like, enlighten me.
I mean, first of all, we gotta talk about the man's athleticism. Number one, okay. Number two, inside the whole ordeal, this man charisma matches what he does inside the ring. Okay, he larger than life. He definitely represents, and no one in their right mind had him winning that match over Wesley, especially with what they've been doing with Wesley this past few weeks, as far as building him back up or whatever as a solo star. So I didn't expect it. You didn't expect it. The world didn't expect it. But it happened though. It happened. You know what I'm saying? We got what we got with Trick Williams. What else we have pop up on this? We got next on the card.
Yeah. Well, there was, I don't know what was the purpose of this, but I'm pretty sure it's just to showcase the Barbie doll. You know what I mean?
Eye candy.
The eye candy. You look at Mighty Swole over here. She came up on top. That was a quick bathroom break also, but I didn't go to the bathroom. I just came back to the essence and roll one up.
Yeah, that one definitely got 2 flushes for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What capacity? Look, man.
I don't know.
Listen to me, bro. I ain't seen him. I'm going off what the homie JJ said. Okay.
Hit her up. She'll be able to fill you in.
Yeah, she probably got the footage. I don't know. Of course he never wrestled there. Come on now. If he would have wrestled there, that would have been definitely YouTube clips all over Twitter.
Because he's only like 20, 21 years old, something like that now. So that was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I mean, if he was in the audience, that's one thing. But I don't remember seeing him wrestling there. But if she knows something, man, hit her up.
Yeah, hit her up. You coming at me with all that stuff, man? What you coming at me for? I ain't got nothing to do with that. But no, Tiffany Stratton or whatever going up against Wendy Chu. Yeah, I mean the match itself was okay. Don't get me wrong. It's just I've seen this before, and I'm tired of this cookie cutter, superstar. You know what I'm saying? She does give me a little bit of mixture of Trish Stratus, a little bit. but more so on the muscular side with the body flexing, whatever, as far as being this beautiful bombshell. But I don't know, man. It ain't do nothing for me personally. Like, one like I was raving about the match the next night or whatever. So just like you went on those bathroom breaks, I'm about to take a break from this match and go on from this and move around. We had Carmelo Hayes going up against Grayson Waller. Now that was a match.
Melo don't miss.
Melo doesn't miss at all. Speaking of not missing, Melo even got a co-sign from Fabulous on Twitter. So Fabo, yeah. F-A-B-O-U-S. I can't spell it right now,
F-A-B-O-L-O-U-S.
Listen, I'm running off for 2 hours of sleep. But no, man, the co-sign from Fabulous, was definitely a good, hip-hop GOAT. And then the match that he put on as well. I mean, there's no, you can't deny him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is a future star on the main roster. Damn NXT. You know what I'm saying? To me, I could care less if Melo ever wins the NXT championship. But if Melo get called up to that main roster, I better see Melo grab that grab one of those mid-card titles and take it to the moon. Because he been killing it far as inside the matches, title defenses, and everything like that. The man's dripping. He got the drip. He can talk. He can wrestle, and you feel homie when he talk. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of those persons who's talking on the microphone and you don't feel what they saying over the promo. So he feels very authentic to me. So if he's already connected on this level with NXT, especially with the IWC and everything like that, then I can only imagine what he'll do like in a year or two on the main roster. But this match wasn't a sleeper at all. This match, you had to keep your eyes open, keep it on the swivel, and he did what he said he was going to do. He called his shot. He didn't miss, and that's what it is. What you think about the match, Casanova?
It was hot, man. It was a banger. I mean, Grayson Waller definitely has showed up, and he definitely did show out. So give him a lot of credit, too. I didn't think that he was going to do half the shit that he's been doing. But, honestly, I like him as a talent. But Melo doesn't miss. He's going to be there for a while, and I think that, he's going to be eventually, the NXT champion.
Okay. You will, Cheech?
What? No, well, yeah, to me, it was one of the matches that pretty much just to solidify Carmelo Hayes as a major player and in the NXT brand. Like, he's up next, you know what I mean? And Waller, he looked like he got a good base, so he gave him a good match, you know what I mean? So it benefited, Carmelo. Of course, he came out on top,
Right. Okay, I'm with it. Hold on, let's go to the comment section.
Oh, you good, Ismail?
Oh no, you good. You good, homie. And you know what I'm saying? It's all good, my G.
I mean, I couldn't recall, but now looking back, she meant I said that he came out, that he was probably in the crowd or something. That was some good observation because I never realized that if that's the case,
No, you good. You good, Ishmael. Moving on from that match, man. No, bro, you good, my G. Look, you good. Don't even worry about it. We cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We good, man. I don't want you tripping too much. I don't want to, have you with the case of
emotional damage. You want some therapy?
but we also had this match come up. That tag team match, I had zero interest, zero fucks given at all. The Diamond Mine entire storyline fell apart the minute they started releasing people from the Diamond Mine. Okay, and the very moment you let go Stokely Hathaway, I can care less about anything involved inside the Dynamite. Like literally, I don't care about their gear. I don't care about the tights. I don't care about I don't care about the tape he wears around the wrist. I don't care about the laces he uses the size of boots. I don't care about the jock scrap that he probably buys from Walmart. I don't care whatsoever. It did nothing for me. It did, however, definitely showcase Damon. It definitely did that. You know, it showcased him. I mean, Roger Strong's going to do what he do, which is make people look good inside the ring, regardless.
Mm.
But far as like interest in the match, no, I didn't have interest in it. I watch it, yes. You know, was it good? You know, as far as what happened in the match, yeah. I mean, Diamond Mine did what they did. You know, the flip over, the cannonball, all that. You know.
Yeah, but that right there, bro, he better just pull that out on a special occasions, cause my man, oh man, you don't need that, you know what I mean, and this that, and, you know what I mean, at this
Nah.
time of your career, you know what I mean, you're gonna cut it short.
Yeah, you can cut it real short, man. Hey, look, I'm letting you know right now on the main roster, shit. That shit ain't gonna fly. that shit only coming out on premium events, and it's only coming out on the big four. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't gonna see that top rope move at Great Balls of Fire or Cyber Sunday.
Hey, you sure that guy wasn't on like I Love New York or nothing like that?
He does look like David Ortunga though, yo. Yo, he does look like David Ortunga, man.
But I wasn't gonna say his name. I was gonna say his name when he was on the show. I think it was called Punk.
Yo, that was his name.
That's crazy, right?
Punk. Punk.
Blasphemy!
Which sucked. But
Tell Jennifer Hudson we said what's up.
tell her what? but at the end of the day, the Creed brothers did what they did, retained the championships. Moving on from that though, let's talk about the main reason why people tuned in to watch, man. You know, the heavyweight championship, Braun Breaker going up against Cameron Grimes for a moment. Oh shit. It's about to go down inside the chat. JJ, and this is me just, characterizing. Hey, check this out, homie. I ain't never say he wrestled. I just said he was deaf. As usual, interfering with his dad's match. That's all I said. All right? That's JJ talking to you. That's me in character voice. But
I had high hopes for this match. I really did. And I was disappointed. I mean, I kind of figured they were going to give it to him, but I gave Braun Breaker, maybe like about a month or two, a few matches here and there to prove himself, but I just don't like him as a champion. I mean, it never sat well with me at all, and I think Grimes would have been the perfect guy to take it off of him.
I feel it. I'm going to say this. When it does come to it, I think that it was a rush decision to put the title on him in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like less than 4 matches in. Oh, let's put the title on Braun Breaker. You get what I'm saying? And then you have him drop the title to Ziggler. And then you have him get the title back the next day. And it's like at this point, now you're trying to have him really prove himself as a champion. And then you have him inside these matches with people who have been on that NXT roster for the longest, who I think, like Cameron Grimes is a person that could definitely be, NXT champion. Not saying that Braun Breaker can't. I just don't think, I don't think it's his season right now, Braun Breaker. I think, has he been doing a good job as champion, as far as, carrying the brand? Yes. But I didn't think that, right off the top, boom, put the title on, Steiner's kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I understand marketing. You're getting ready to, induct the Steiners into the Hall of Fame. So marketing, why not? But other than that, I would have waited one Mango season, until I bought him on this shit. But the match disappoint? No, it didn't disappoint to me. I think they put on a banger of a match. I just think that, to me, if I was booking it, Cameron Grimes would have won the title. and then we wouldn't have seen Braun Breaker for a few months. Then we get Braun Breaker heel mode. Then we get Braun Breaker on the main roster. That's my train of thought. You know, man. What you think, LG?
Yeah, Cameron Grimes, even though like they haven't changed too much from his character, as in like how he identifies as, but the heel part of it, you know what I mean? Like I like it. It fits in better. You know what I mean? I wish they would have probably like switched the belts, you know what I mean, and just Braun Breaker, you know, like you said, kind of take him out of TV for a little bit. But you know, I guess they got other plans, you know what I mean? Because at the end of of the match, you know what I mean, right after they're about to get out, I mean, they got off of fucking live TV. This happened, you know. The Gleason!
Yo,
I mean, that was formerly known as Jordan Devlin. Now his name is JD McDonough. So I mean, I guess he's came from NXT UK to make a statement and put a little bit of stank on his career in America. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, but it's like it never happened. You know what I mean? He was never in the UK because, as you see, they changed the name to JD McDonough. You know what I mean? So I like the presentation. You know what I mean? Like he's a good wrestler, even though he was about to get canceled at one point. You know what I mean? And I guess he beat the 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 allegations and all that stuff. But, we'll see how that turned out. You know what I mean? But new blood.
Yo, all I can take away from that moment is that motherfucker got a big ass head, G. Like that bitch got a dome on him. He got a head like Rich Boy. Remember Rich Boy throw some D's on it? He got a head like Rich Boy. Like that's a little big head. That's rest in peace, Young Dolph. When he called Yo Gotti a little big head motherfucker, like that is definitely like as soon as I see Jordan Devlin come out, like on what was it on Chappelle's show where Charlie Murphy's like, you know what I'm saying? I see OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson walks by, and the first thing I notice, like, man, he got a big fucking head. That's the same way I felt about Jordan Devlin coming out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen Braun Breaker holding up his title, getting ready to walk across the stage, and the next thing I seen was an arm and a big ass head charging at him. That was it. So but
what wasn't it on Martin once where somebody called Martin like Hetty Murphy or something like that?
No. Martin
That was
Martin called him that. But no, man. It's good. I mean, yeah, he's on the NXT, I guess, US roster, but it ain't his first time on NXT US. I mean, let's not forget he had that banger with Santos Escobar a few years prior to unify the two cruiserweight championships. And of course, Escobar ended up winning that match. So it ain't our first time seeing him on NXT television. But it is what it is.
I think his finisher though, it's like a pop-up angle slam. Like that thing's pretty dope though. He does it so damn fast.
They hit us with the neuralizer, basically. They try to make it seem like we didn't know him before. Come on, get out of here. Exactly. Let's move on from there, dog. So let's talk about it, man. We also, coming out of it, AEW put on some good matches and good moments this week. We had, of course, Moxley going up against Brody King in the main event. We had Wardlow going up against, of course, Scorpio Sky. Street fight.
Dope match.
Yeah, they opened up the show, so let's just go right into it.
Let's go into it, bro. I'm mad.
Big mad?
Bro, I'm big mad.
Big mad.
Big mad. And I'm going to tell you why. They ain't have to do Scorpio Sky like this, bro. Okay? They ain't have to do him like this. Not at all. They did not have to do him like this. Let's tell the story of Scorpio Sky. Of course, we already know that Wardlow was going to win this match. This was not anything that was not known going in. He's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy right now. Give him the whole Goldberg push. Yo, JJ coming back with the guns blazing. Pow, 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 pow. Yo, read the comment, Cheech. Read the comment. What she say?
It's Rey Mysterio versus Johnny Mundo for the title. You're welcome. Don't doubt me.
Hey.
He ain't lying. That's right.
Yo, so check it out though. No, the match itself, yeah, it was a banger. It was a street fight. I've yet to see like many TNT Championships defenses where it wasn't some type of silly stipulation. But Kobe Bryant's not pleased. You know, he lost the Laker drip title. You know what I'm saying? That's a Lakers cup. You know.
Yeah. No, but definitely the fact that they did something that it's been happening before, because as we will know, they were in Rochester, right? And that's TNT title, Brody Lee and stuff like that. So it was kind of fitting in a way to some point. Changing belts at that day, you know what I mean? Just to kind of like, I guess for Brody Lee, you know what I mean? Since he held the title. And, people was with it, you know what I mean? With all the confetti and all that shit, Wardlow has arrived, he has a belt. And, what in AEW makes sense nowadays, you know what I mean? It was just one of them things that unfortunately Scorpio Sky was at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I mean? And they had to put a belt on the dude, you know what I mean? And if you think about it, the TNT and the TBS titles, they actually mean something in the way of the people they put the belts on, you know what I mean? And because, Thunder Rosa's not doing it, you know what I mean? Like, they should take the strap from her. But yeah, well, I like Wardlow, being like that. It's just also Scorpio Sky. He had to, how many power bombs he had to take? You know what I mean?
I believe.
Yeah, 3. So I don't know where they go from here. What happens to Scorpio Sky?
Okay, you ready? Here's my thing. Okay, he's had 2 title reigns as TNT champion, right? 2, just 2. Let's talk about it. He won it and then automatically lost it, and then he got it back, right? I want to say he re-won it back in June, like earlier, but he lost it like a few weeks before that. So of course they give the title to him the week of Juneteenth or the week before Juneteenth. We're in July, the week after, the couple days after 4th of July, we bring in Wardlow. He's the new champion, blah, 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 blah. And I just don't like the way personally Wardlow pinned my dude. I mean, you gonna put your foot on him,
He's flexing on him too.
Wardlow, the foot on the chest. Yes, champion. Whoa!
I mean that right there, the mean flex on. I mean, I could see if this was some peon in the back, or somebody who you usually see on Dark Elevation, This is Scorpio Sky, your TNT champion. And you're going to have Wardlow flex on him like that? It wasn't like these guys had this big beef before where it was like some type of, big build-up. It was just Wardlow coming out saying, I'm going to challenge for the TNT championship that made zero sense in the first place because he should have won.
Yeah, that was like, you're going to be on elevation now.
Basically.
Yeah.
Hold on. JJ said Daddy Warlow is his name. Oh, listen, time out.
Hey, you can call him that. I'm not going to call him Daddy, that's for sure. And he's from Cleveland.
Exactly. So Cleveland got another championship.
Yeah, Cleveland did get another championship. Unfortunately, it's not one that actually matters, that brings actual revenue to the city. Oh, so moving on from that. Sorry, I had to do it. Guardians.
The Browns ain't never going to do it.
Leave it alone, dog. Leave it alone. Let it breathe. Moving on from there, man. Pop up with the next match on the streets. Give us the next one, Pop. What we got coming up on the Tron real quick? Butcher and Blade versus Keith Lee and Swerve. This match was a banger. The more and more I see them tag together, the more and more I like them as a unit. Even though Keith Lee should be on his own, Swerve should be on his own.
Was you surprised that they were actually on Dynamite and not Rampage?
Bro, I was totally surprised because, Rampage is where Keith Lee and fucking Swerve live at as a tag team. Rampage and Elevation and Dark. But, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. We got Keith Lee with an AEW Dynamite appearance, another one. We got Swerve with a Dynamite appearance, another one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it. I can rock with it. Of course, we know the outcome in the match or what have you. What do you think this is going with this storyline between these two, man? Because apparently we got the championship match coming up later. I think at Fyter Fest, they're involved like in a triple threat tag team match. I believe it's the Bucks, it's Swerve and Keith Lee, and I want to say it's Hobbs
and Starks.
And Starks. I almost said Hobbs and Shaw, but yeah. Hobbs and Starks. Like, so I don't know where we go from here, but if we're going to break up. Don't be screaming me along thinking that we in a whole relationship, and then next thing I know, you tell me you got a whole ass boyfriend or something. Like, no, damn that. Like, break it off. Keep it alone. No, but that match definitely continued to set the tone for the night. I mean, I say a lot about AEW, but one thing I will say is when AEW puts on bangers, they put on bangers, and they keep you talking, they keep you watching, or whatever. Unfortunately, they got to throw everything in at once to keep it hot, but it is what it is. We'll just leave it at that. Moving on from that, we had what was it? I want to say Thunder Rosa and no, go back. Yeah, you was right. Roosh and Penta. So this wasn't even on the initial presser, from last week.
The same day.
The same day. So tell us the backstory of what's been happening with Roosh, Penta, and Ray Phoenix. Because Roosh been being disrespectful.
Yeah, man. I guess, it goes back from, Andrade trying to get Phoenix to join him, you know what I mean? And he didn't want to. And then, Penta is on his dark passage in life. Bro, I can't stand that dude by him. Look at him. I fucking look like a dork. It's like, jeez. But anyway, yeah, so they have that little conflict, between the factions, and it was just good to see Roosh in the ring. He had some health scares in the past, so it's good to see him, being able to go, and he's strong style, he fits perfect, it just sucks that Penta is another one that should have been booked a certain way when he came in, because that dude was on another level. Like JJ brought up Lucha Underground. If you go back and see Penta Dark from the Lucha Underground, my dude, he'll be like killing it over here at AEW if they would have booked him like that. But you know, now they're trying to go back to dark. You know, oscuro. That's what it means, dark. So but then you're not gonna put him against Roosh. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna take the L? So
Yeah,
you know,
you basically got two people, one that's already a heel and one that's turning a heel. So, I don't get what's gonna happen. But yeah, this dude has been very mad disrespectful. When I say disrespectful, he's doing the most disrespectful thing that you can do, which is take off a luchador's mask. Okay. He
mm,
did, and
The
now
counter to Roosh. Great counter. Oh, man. Shot. Thrust kick. What a back and forth battle. Packaged up. Oh, Fear Factor.
Beautiful.
Penta.
Don't ask him. He's going to lie to you. Did you pull his hair? Did you put his foot on the rope?
Yeah, but Gerald,
Yeah,
you
that's right.
ref years ago. If you don't see it, though, you can't call it. You know that.
You can't call what you don't see.
And Bryce Remsburg didn't see the low blow. He didn't see that either. You're right. Low blow, and now the match.
So Roos gets his debut win, which I did not expect anything less. You bring in a former ROH World Heavyweight Champion. So I don't know, though. I don't know where this is going, but I better see Penta with his mask on. I don't want to issue or a situation where they have a mask versus hair match, and then he has to take off the mask forever, and now he's like fucking Psychosis out here. No disrespect to Psychosis, but let's keep it a buck. When Psychosis took off that mask, nobody cared. They didn't care. They didn't get that same energy they gave for Mysterio and the Juice. When Psychosis took off the mask, it was like, eh. So I don't want that for Penta. But
You remember that episode from WCW where Eddie was taking off the mask? He's like, "Hey, man, you actually look kind of good," and he was talking to Psychosis.
yeah. But that never panned out for Psychosis. He took off the
no,
mask and
I don't think they will do that because remember, regardless they in AEW, they
Triple H.
belong to AAA, and if it's gonna happen, AAA is gonna be the one. And yeah, because the way they could do is they could literally push somebody else under the mat. You know what I mean? In that same get up type of deal. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it'd be interesting. You know what I mean? If that's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Nah, I don't need it to happen. Don't want to see it. Speaking
Yeah.
of not wanting to see it, we had this go down. Thunderstorm, Nyla Rose.
Thunderstorm. Wow, the creativity.
Look, man, I'm telling you, that name right there is genius. I don't know who came up with it, but listen,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
that shit is whack as hell, but the match wasn't whack at all. The match was actually good. I do like the pairing of them two. So does AEW put on a women's tag team division or not?
Nah, I mean they could have, you know what I mean, but right now the female division still out of whack. You know what I mean? Like it's just they don't know what the fuck they doing. You
I
know,
think
with the girl division.
I think we all agreed upon they should have a trios division before like anything else because a trios division would make more sense. It'd be a lot better dynamic than bringing any other title into the company.
Right. I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but it seems like they're not even going to go for that because that was a belt that it should have been, they should have been brought back, and
Well, no,
I don't think they even gonna go for it. You know what I mean? 'Cause what they just introduced, the Mid Atlantic.
well, we had the Mid Atlantic with off geography on the title.
What the fuck out of here? Look at
Tony-
that shit. They don't
Tony-
care.
Tony Khan out here miseducating kids and wrestling fans and shit, thinking the Japan's inside the Mid Atlantic or whatever. But whatever. No, the trios titles they've already been designed. They just ain't presented them. So we do know that much. So whenever they have plans to do it, we'll see. But speaking of seeing something, I did not see the promo from Christian to Matt Hardy coming out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, bro, that's the best thing going on right now in AEW. Other than MJF kind of left, but bro, Christian is in his essence, my G. Like that's what he needed from the get go. You know what I mean? Just give him the stage and let him go. Because a lot of people might not agree, but Christian is better in the mic than Edge.
I'll give you that. I'll give
You know,
you
you
that.
could add me. You could add me. You know what I mean? But it was a matter of time, bro, and it's shining. And bro, it's just, bro, it's awesome. You know, you're seeing him in his element, and bro, like he just went at Matt Hardy.
Man,
Bro, lovely.
that dude said, "Yo, you making Jeff sound like he the sober one." When he said that, bro, I'm just sitting back in the house like,
Lord Jesus.
you know what I'm saying? You done bought this up. Now, pause. Let's go back. Remember when WWE was doing the storyline with Barry Corbin and getting hit by the drunk driver and having to fight inside the bar? Oh, this is tacky. Why would you put him in a situation like this? Blah, 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 blah. And then what? Here we are, present day AEW this year. Fresh off an arrest. Might I have it. Fresh. We ain't talking about 6 years ago or 10 years ago. This is fresh, okay? It's Subway fresh. Fresh off the grill. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. To each his own. To me, it doesn't matter to me. It's storylines. You know what I'm saying? This is entertainment. If you're taking this to heart, go get yourself tested. Okay? You should really do. But that right there, to me, Christian on the microphone, you did say it. I like Christian over Edge on the mic, but I like Edge over Christian in the ring. And you can at me if you got an issue with it. What'd you think about that promo, Mr. Casanova?
It was excellent. I mean, he's done other work in Impact, like back in the day. He's always had great mic skills. But as for being charismatic, like in the ring as a wrestler, I would say Edge has all that ability over him. But Christian's definitely a master on the microphone.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, man. Let's move on from that, man. Let's go ahead and get to the reason why people were tuning in. Last Friday on Rampage, this guy won an opportunity to have a shot at an interim championship. Brody King against Moxley, right? House of Black versus Comeback Club, right? And went down like I knew it would go down. Ain't nobody expect Brody King to dethrone Mox. Ain't nobody gonna dethrone Mox, okay? We already knew this going into the gate. Did it make Brody King look good? Yes. Why is Brody King beefing with Darby Allin after the match and not beefing with Mox? That's the issue for me. So Brody King got his ass choked out. But damn all that. Let's talk about how these boys just came into the ring and squared up like it was up.
Steve Brody King, that I'm glad that I'm not competing anymore, Mr. Maniac. If you don't mind me saying, I'm sure you are as well.
Let's be honest. I completely agree with you. Yeah. I'd rather talk about these two guys fighting instead of being in that ring doing it with them.
Here they go.
I'd rather have my living working down a coal mine than face him, to be honest with you.
Oh, boy.
That
Look at that
forearm
shot
came right
right
over the
there.
top.
You know what I'm saying? These are two big meaty men slapping me, if you will, inside the ring. I think, yes, this is good for Brody King as far as getting the rub in AEW. Introduces him to a new audience, like you're supposed to do. But other than that, no one went in there expecting anything less than Mox coming out on top. So AEW in a nutshell was definitely worth watching. I'm gonna go through this Impact Wrestling real quick, man. We had Speedball going up against former Dark Order, right? Allen Angels, right? And I actually went on his Twitter page. He's deleted anything referencing Dark Order. Like he's trying to leave that in the past. So, you know, we had this go on. Of course, I wasn't expecting anything less than Speedball Mike Bailey to come out on top. But let's talk about some of the moments we had come out of this though, man. Like we had some hella moments, right? I'm trying to think. Was this one of the moments? Is this the clip? Is this the clip? I can't even tell right now. I think this is the one, yeah. Nah, that ain't that wrong match.
That's from last Friday.
That's from last Friday, man. All my clips are mixed up. Cover! All right. I ain't gonna try to attempt to find the clip because I should have named it. But no, the match did pan out good. I think it was a good decision putting the title on him. I mean, he's a fresh face to Impact, fresh face to all the people that have Access TV across the world, which is about 10,000 people. But, you know, 10,000 people get the chance to see him. I want to see more of him, more title defenses. I need the X Division, the title, to have an open challenge like every week, like John Cena. Like, I like that, especially with him. That guy's like a cannon inside the ring, man. Then we had Laredo Kid going up against Trey Miguel. Now, this was definitely worth the price of admission if you paid a ticket, but it was definitely worth you tuning into it, man. Shout out to Trey Miguel, man. Like, I've yet to see a bad Trey Miguel match. Have you? Nah, I don't see it.
Yeah, he kept getting evolving. You know, he got left behind, but he should have been already. You know, unfortunately, he would have been in NXT, but he would have been over there with the guys. You know what I mean? Because he's ready. And to me, next time around that he's about to go, he'll be there too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can see it. I can definitely see it, man. Moving on from this, man. Let's go ahead and flip the page, go to the next match on the card. We have PCO going up against Black Tourists. Let's be for real.
Hated it.
Yeah. Get it out of here, man. Get it out of here. That was not the match for me for the night. Not at all. Leave it alone. Deonna Purrazzo going up against Mia Yim for the #1 contender to the Knockout Championship. Now that's a match that I've been wanting to see.
Damn, look at Mia Yim came back looking a little hot.
Yo, watch out, man. You better watch. You know how Keith Lee be just creeping out of nowhere, man. He just pop up. He may just pop up out of your screen and raise up and shit. Yo, don't do that. But yeah, she did. She did come, but she came back looking like that. She is that. And that to me, I need more Mia Yim on TV. What you think, Mr. Casanova?
Hell yeah. She was great before she left, and she's been great since she came back. I mean, I never seen her in a bad match, like performance-wise. I mean, she's always been a great talent. I'd like to see her become a champion soon. But, you know, only the future will tell on what the cards have in store for her.
And I also like the fact that they brought her back as Mia Yim and not Jade.
Exactly.
Remember, you know, she was Jade before.
In the dollhouse.
In the dollhouse, right? Speaking of that, yo, Killer Kelly is coming to Impact Wrestling. So that's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, she was in Ring of Honor.
She was there. She also had an offer from the Fed, you know, and everything like that. But yeah, she coming over there to Impact Wrestling to go ahead and strengthen up that women's division. And let's talk about it, man. I mean, you know, a lot of people ringing in the streets. Jordan Grace in the streets talking about, you know, would be a good fit for Impact Wrestling who got released recently. Dakota Kai.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox in Impact Wrestling. Because at least I know with Impact there's gonna be some type of direction with the women's division. You know what I mean? So more people over there, But Impact, Impact, it was a very wild one. I definitely got to tune in more to it. I mean, I fell off a little bit, of course, working, new baby, the whole 9 yards and all that stuff. But trying to maintain. But Millennium does win. To me, that was the best match of the night. If you're gonna call for matches, that was the best match of the night. Next to Trey McGill, best match of the night. Best match of the night. Moving on from Impact, man, we did get an announcement. ROH does have, their pay-per-view coming up. So, Death Before Dishonor, you got Samoa Joe going up against Jay Lethal for the TV championship. Also coming in hot, you got the
Briscoes.
The Briscoes, yo, going up against FTR.
Yeah, a rematch.
Yeah, I like it. It's a tag team rematch, I don't see the titles going in it.
But the thing is, to me, it's kind of funny because it's like they were on Impact, right? And they were taken out storyline wise. You know what I mean? So now they're written off from Impact, but they're gonna be on AEW, for that pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's something that kind of like back in the days in the territories. You know what I mean? They'll write him off, and it was because he's about to go to another territory or some shit. But yeah, but still on paper and on the ring, that match is gonna slap.
You think so?
Oh, I know so, bro. FTR against the Briscoes? Come on now. Match of the night.
Match of the night. So hold on. Oh, bro, that's
Oh no, hey. Come on, don't twist the words. I'm saying
okay,
match of the match. It's not gonna say it's gonna be match of the night. I'm just saying don't type of players in the ring, you know what I mean? It's just you can't help not to think that they're gonna give you a good match, you know what I mean? So they could have a potential match of the night.
No. I just want to make sure, I don't want to make sure I got,
We'll get another whole card.
Not me.
What's the rest of the card?
Daniel Garcia going up against Willa Yuta for the Pure Championship.
Okay.
You also, it looks like we may have the Squid Man himself, Jonathan Gresham, probably knuckling up with Lee Moriarty. Now, why is that going to happen?
That's Friday.
Now, you talking about this Friday on Rampage, right?
Yeah, he's fighting Lee Moriarty. To me, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Lee Moriarty, a friend of the show. So it's kind of wow. Look the man, you know what I mean, go for a belt. But what's intriguing now is Jonathan Gresham aligning with the guy with whatchamacallit, with
Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard, yeah. You know what I mean? This what happened last Friday that led to that breakup, you know what I mean? And Gresham leaving my man Lee Moriarty high and dry. But see, this is the guy. Remember, Khan from
Shane Taylor Promotion.
Yeah, and then the other guy, that's the Puerto Rican Samoan dude. I was saying, you know what I mean, the Gates of Agony.
Yeah, I think it's a a good pairing. Far as that tag team goes, I didn't think that I was gonna like it at first because that's my first time seeing them together because I'm so used to seeing Khan and Moses together, the Shane Taylor Promotions. But it is what it is. So I did like the fact that we got to see these big boys in action, and they actually work good as a cohesive unit. I will say that. But let's talk about the reason why we're gonna have that match this coming Friday on Rampage.
Hit. Whoa, he's rolling. Low bridge, and now Lee Moriarty can finally tag in Jonathan Gresham for the first time this match.
I was getting ready to say this will be the first time we get a chance to see the champion. And my God, Lee Moriarty has taken so much punishment. What?
What the?
Are you kidding me?
What the hell did he just do?
Why, Jonathan? Why?
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Like, why'd you do that? But no. Quick turn. I mean, we didn't get a lot. Let's think about it. Like, he signed with AEW back in March. This is the first time we've seen him on major AEW television, in a minute. And I mean, yeah, he got a title defense coming up. Thank God, that's good. But he also got Terminus going on. He got his own shit going on. You know what I mean? So that's a lot to pop off on that. But you also had Eddie Kingston in action. I guess how do you pronounce this guy's name? Konosuke. I don't want to miss
Takeshita.
There you go. Yeah. Did you say take a shit?
Yeah, Takeshita.
Oh snap! Yo, I just noticed if you look at the last name, bruh. Take a shit. But that was definitely strong style at its best. That was a dope one. Got Cassidy going against Tony Nese. That was dope. I mean, Danhausen finally putting the curse, on Jay's former manager or whatever. Seeing that happen, and I mean, Danhausen out here, he doing his thing. Orange Cassidy doing what Orange Cassidy does every week, hands in the pocket, glasses on, whatever. It ain't nothing new. I don't think anyone going in expect Tony needs to pick up a W over anybody that got notoriety in AEW. So, he basically in the same position he was before he left or got released from NXT/WWE. All right? The premier athlete is the premier jobber at this moment. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. Let's see. Moving on from that. SmackDown. So, SmackDown, we had the return of, Roman Reigns coming in to save us because we haven't seen Roman Reigns in weeks, and the ratings definitely show for it when we don't have him on TV. It's just, it is what it is, man. It's like, ain't no going around that. No Roman, no ratings, It is what it is. Ain't like you got a lot of people to rely on right now. Because a lot of people are, not even there no more. But that's a different story. But the story I want to talk about, what was going on with Gunther and Lou, what's his name? Ludwig or whatever they call him. So Shinsuke, I guess, called him out, asked for a title shot, and he was saying you got to go through Lou. Lou lost the match, and check out Gunther. Yo, dog. Yo. Hey, bruh. Yo.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Listen, I don't care if we a posse, a crew, homies, what have you. You just ain't about to beat my ass in front of everybody because I lost. Like, what I'm saying? That's just not the way that's supposed to work out. But yeah, Gunther went ahead, laid it into him. He basically said, hey, look, either you gonna win this fight or I'm gonna beat your ass. And he lost and got his ass beat. My G. I like it because it shows a different side to him. Because we didn't get this inside Imperium. We didn't get Walter beating on Imperium. But we got Walter on the main roster beating on Lou. So I'm with it. It's a different side. I mean, let's get it. Let's run the checkup. Why not? I mean, maybe this helps build up for this whole match with Lashley coming up at Survivor Series if they keep the titles on these two cats.
It's possible.
That's real possible. I'm
Yeah, give me that and fucking uh McAfee versus Graves.
Ooh, say
That's
less.
the yeah. Or they're leading a team for them to like perhaps lead them for a match at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'm with it, though. Shit, run the check.
The right story with the right storyline. You know what I mean? But yeah, we pretty much covered everything. But let's talk about this. We didn't talk about this. What's your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I wanted to play those numbers inside the pick 3, and I lost. But nah, I don't know who this can be. I mean, this could be anybody at this point. You know, is it a return of someone, possibly, or is it a debut of someone? I mean, it's either one or the other. You know, but I don't know who it could be. I know you pointed out on the IG that it was a Bible verse.
Yeah, there's a potential. You know what I mean? How everybody started coming to their own conclusion. What could it be? It actually came out like as two Bible verses. You know what I mean? I forgot which was the ones, but yeah, it's
Matthew 8:10 and 11. And,
yeah. So what could it be? You know what I mean? So it's like you start, scratching your head, and like, what's the possibility of it?
And then, I went back. I'm like, what happened in NXT back then in 2011? It's like, like I'm really scratching my head. Like, I don't know. But before we get out of here, let's go ahead and tap on the big news, not even a rumor. More allegations came out. 12 million to be exact, as far as when it come up to the money count or whatever, how much it costs. So we got more ladies, more allegations. $12 million. Now the total has added up. It raked up. Before it was what, 3 million? Now, yeah, it was 3 million at first, and it quadrupled. So they out here finding money that he been probably writing off for the longest. But when I say they, I mean it came out, Wall Street Journal. It was a Wall Street Journal exclusive. The settlement included a $7.5 million pact with a former wrestler who alleged that Vince coerced her to giving him head and then demoted her and declined to renew her contract in 2005 after she recited further sexual encounters. Resented further sexual encounters. So the question is, who is it? We don't know.
Yeah, there's the possibilities. You know what I mean? But all this stuff was already out there in the sense of, the rumors. But Wall Street Journal, man, when the Wall Street Journal, that's a credible source.
That's a credible source, though.
Yeah. So when they go in, because like I said, when they dropped the first, but wait, there's more. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't shit. So they knew that there was other stuff coming in. So this day that coming out, I'm not surprised. But to me, at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen. You know what I mean? Basement Man's too powerful. You know what I mean? For it something to happen like that. It's just all this shit that's coming out because they investigating it. But what? Don't believe me? Just watch. You know what I mean? It might affect some other things. Because that's in, like, let's say John Cena. Next thing you know, the rumors kind of about him being a SummerSlam, they're out the window. Why? Because, bro, he has, I believe, insurance policy. And plus, that's the way they're using it as an excuse to kind of, not be so close to WWE right now. You know what I mean? Distance. He's trying to distance himself. So I guess they brought up. They used that. Yeah, they used that as an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, he got an insurance policy from the movies. You know what I mean? So then one thing I could say, I think the first person that I saw talk about that, shout out to No Marks Allowed, pun intended. He mentioned about this all this stuff could affect The Rock's involvement, moving forward. Because remember, he got a squeaky clean look, image to put out there. So next thing WWE is under the microscope, what I mean? Microscope and shit, trying to look into all this shit. So he wants to be involved with that. You know what I mean? So right now it don't look good, but from here to April, it's a lot of room to cover. But all this shit's like a trickle effect. I don't know if y'all heard Netflix. They backed up from the, what I mean, movie that they were about to do on Vince. So all this stuff is just an image. You know what I mean? And if he's gonna go under the rock, I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy, and there's a lot of things coming out. You know what I mean? That still haven't come out. I know this motherfucker's having a field day. Ryback, huh?
Oh, Ryback's been relentless on Twitter. I only know from screenshots because he blocked us. From basically seeing his page, but he's having a field day right now. And anyone that bashes WWE and Vince on the regular is having a field day right now. But $12 million for some ass and some top? No, sir. Not me. Not me. 12 million? It's kids in the street hungry right now. But you chose to take this chick to Red Lobster, feed her the cheddar biscuits and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like $12 million, Vinny? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. What are we doing? What are we doing? But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what we about to do. Yo, my G.
All that money that he spent, man, it was just ridiculous because he could have hired better writers and better bookers with all that money because the content they've been doing recently has just been.
Nah, he ain't about to invest money in that. But I tell you what, he will invest money in some ass. But are we surprised? I mean, Vince been showing who he was for the past decade plus, 2 decades on TV. You know what I'm saying? Genetic jackhammer. You know what I'm saying? Balls
Kiss my ass club.
Yeah, balls the size of grapefruits. Pushing up on Trish Stratus in the storyline, pushing up on this shit in the storyline, messing with Dawn Marie. No, was it Dawn Marie or Francine inside the storyline?
It's Dawn Marie.
Dawn Marie inside the storyline, like. This ain't nothing new. I mean, he been showing us. I mean, a little bit. The character is an extension of himself, right? Turned up a little bit, right? And that's what Steve also say. But I don't know, my G. Only thing I know is there's 12 million reasons why. There's about to be a whole bunch of shit that's about to trickle down. But make sure you have an umbrella when it does happen. But what time it is, man? I'm looking at the watch, my G. What time you got?
Sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Yo, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, listening. What are you watching on YouTube, Twitch, the Book of Faces? You're watching the replay on Twitter, what have you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff. Thank you for listening and everything like that. But we got to leave y'all with a couple PSAs, man. So we do this every show. First PSA, look, too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, okay? Spread more positive vibes. It takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic inside that message. It can be easy as giving someone a compliment. It can be easy as doing a good gesture. Or you can go to whatamaniwa.net for the time being, that is. Type in positive vibes on, go ahead and purchase that apparel. And, you got to get it for you, get it for someone who may be going through something, maybe looking down at that tank top, that hoodie, that, that onesie, that sweater, that V-neck, looking down at the message on there could be a constant reassurance that, hey, life is not as bad as it seems, okay? Some people like their cucumbers pickled. Maybe the ice cream machine at McDonald's is working that day. And also, COVID is around, monkeypox is around. There's another bacteria disease that they found that's around too. So I'm gonna tell you the best way to combat all this stuff. The best way to go ahead and defeat this, stop it in its tracks. You gotta start off with good hygiene, people. Okay, hygiene is key, essential. Okay, so we're gonna need y'all to do a couple things, my G. First thing we're gonna need y'all to do is, of course, wash your ass. Okay, that's important. Okay, wash your hands, but most importantly, wash your ass. Okay, tell these people what they gotta use, Mr. Casanova.
Use soap and plenty of it.
Okay, L Chiefs, let the people know what they got to do this, Poppy.
Yo, remember, it hasn't changed from face to ass, not ass to face.
Okay, listen, it ain't changed, not at all. And if you think that we're not gonna tell y'all this every single show, we're gonna do it every single show. Okay, just a constant reminder. But on that note, look, wash your hands, wash your ass, use soap, okay? From face to ass, not ass to face. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Like the kids say, peace. I got to get out this Thriller jacket because I'm burning up. We out, my G. Peace.